His wife.
What?
I'm the actor of me.
Clear this up.
You're the what?
What are you doing over there?
David, close your computer. Put it away.
Yeah.
Enjoy that garbage.
I'm recording.
Everybody take one and pass it behind you.
Oh man.
These are, we're going to go over the Middle East. Pass them back, please. And you guys are going to take notes on these, just like we did before with Africa.
What?
Not that. It's easy.
Easy, thank you. Star student right there, Julio. Wave to the camera, say I'm in
It's easy, bro.
Okay, everyone has one of these eight. I'm gonna give you one too. So I want you to take notes on these. Can Cedra please read the learning target on the board, please? Stand up.
Okay. Learning goals. Students will be able to locate on a world map what?
Political
And physical features of the Middle East.
Middle East. Are you from the Middle East?
Yep.
Where are you from, Cedra?
Syria.
Syria. Okay.
I was in Syria.
Why they transfer me the same?
Egypt? Huh?
Why they transfer me the same question? I'm from the Middle East too.
You're from Iraq, right?
Yeah.
It's
Iran or
Middle
Iraq?
East too.
Iran?
Okay. So I need Middle Asia. You're right.
Huh?
Uzbekistan's like right up here. Huh?
Yeah, there
Me?
you go.
From where? From Iraq?
Okay, attention please. Okay, I'm gonna turn the lights down just a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
What's arriba?
Okay. Yes, you guys put your names on this paper. You're gonna take notes during this presentation, this lesson. Zaid, I need you over there to switch this. Okay. So, Southeast Asia is also known as the Middle East. And you guys... Wait.
Yeah.
Any day now, Zaid.
Sorry.
Okay. Middle East, this is kind of some of your stuff, is also known as the crossroads of the world. Because of its location, I'll take my keys. Thank you. Because of its location in the center of the three continents. What are the three continents?
Africa, Asia,
Europe.
Europe, right there. So, is it the center, is it known as the center of the United States? It's the center of what? The world, the whole, all of us. What is the most common land feature? It says right here.
Desert.
Desert, right? Desert is what kind of temperature?
Hot.
Does it rain in the desert?
Sometimes
Under that hot, under night
Sometimes,
cold.
but not much.
And they get floated.
Flooded. Flooded, nice, yes. Okay, water is hard to come by in this region because it's so dry and hot, right? So they rely a lot on their few water sources that they do have. Go ahead, Zay. Okay, so this is, you guys have your maps. Look, wait, who's from here?
Me.
Huh?
Me too.
You too, yeah. Okay, and Zaid over here, right?
Yep.
And
Where's Wakanda?
Where is
Huh?
On the
Wakanda?
top. Next to that.
Should not. It's
Syria, right here. Center's from Syria. Anyone else?
Okay.
Sudan hemen milletçister.
Where's yours?
Hey, don't start.
Wait, man.
What?
I'm part Turkish.
Turkish too? You are? Turkey? Where?
I went to
Miss White.
It's in Africa. What? I don't even know.
Wakanda.
You're talking about the movie Avengers.
Oh, Avengers. Thank you. I haven't
Oh,
seen
the
it.
Black Panther. Yeah.
Okay, next, Dave.
Oh.
The first one is on your thing. It's the Can someone
Ah,
pronounce it?
Alpharat River.
No?
Yeah, that's like,
Euphrates?
that's how we say it.
Say it again then.
Alpharat.
Alpharat River,
Alpharat.
that's how you say it. Okay, so the Euphrates River and what great river? How do you say that? Tigris River both start in the mountains of Turkey and run parallel. What does parallel mean?
Parallel, like
Yeah.
It's like goes like near each other.
Mirror each other, that's a good point.
That's like mostly in Iraq, so
Yeah.
not Turkey.
Have you been to either of these rivers, anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's so good.
Is it? Okay. So the Euphrates runs through Syria before joining the Tigris River in southern Iraq. It then flows along the border of Kuwait, Iran, and empties into the Persian Gulf. You guys need more time to keep writing notes?
Yes.
Oh, huh?
But do
Forgot.
Miss, do we
Yes,
write
you
the
have to. This is
Miss
assignment.
White? Do we write the same thing for both rivers here?
No, we're gonna do Tigris too. So right now we're just talking about the Euphrates. But you can write that it runs parallel with. You can. It asks for a picture. I'm gonna show you a picture, but you can also draw rivers that run parallel to each other.
Tigers.
No.
I'm giving you 30 more seconds.
No.
It's right there.
I set the timer, so it would actually go on. You don't have to put exact everything that's on here, just a couple of notes. Right? The two rivers run parallel. Euphrates River, you can write, they both join in southern Iraq. Tigris and the. Okay, go.
No. Yeah.
Here's a picture of it. You can draw it if you like it. See how they're parallel to each other? Parallel, they kind of mirror each other. See how they both go out and come in? And then this is where they join, right?
It's like same.
Yeah.
Is it okay if we draw it?
Yes, you can draw. It says on the thing.
How do you draw it?
It says what, where, and illustration. Illustration means a picture.
You just like to draw the river, or we have to draw the country?
You can draw whatever you want. This is up to you. Anything that has to do with this.
Turkey.
And please make it appropriate.
Syria. Saudi.
Where in Iraq are you from, Zaid?
Baghdad.
Baghdad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the capital? Yeah, I was just gonna say. And Damascus, you're from the capital of Syria. too. You guys from the capital of Uzbekistan? What's the capital?
No.
Are you from there? No, really?
No.
Okay. Okay, next.
Wait.
We're from Iraq.
This is more on the Euphrates River. Is the birthplace of ancient civilization of Summer, Babylon, and Assyria. It's source of water. It's the major source of water for Iraq, Syria, and Turkey today still. So, because remember it's so dry there, they need to get their water from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Move on. Here's a picture. An actual picture. See it?
That's it. Anaconda.
Look at it. So you can see that there's lots of farms around it because they need the water to grow, right?
Actually, yeah, that's it, right.
Look at this huge one.
Yes, it is.
It's like the Nile. In Egypt they do that too. Like the farms are low to the Nile.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to swim here?
Tigris River. That's the next one on your notice. Anyone want to read just one of them?
What about Persian Gulf?
Look at there. Zaid, please read one of these.
The Tigris River flows through Turkey to Iraq.
Hassan, read number 2. Okay. So the second one right here.
The ones that the line.
Yep.
I don't know.
Euphrates.
I believe you.
No, Euphrates, the Tigris.
Tigris.
The Tigris was
Central part of ancient.
Ancient Middle Eastern civilization.
Yes.
Me.
Hope.
Oh,
Yes, sir, what?
Yep, today.
Today the rivers still Prohibit,
Provide.
provide water for both drinking and farming.
Farming. Good job. Leslie. Adolfo.
You read.
Any volunteers before I call?
Yes, me.
Go ahead, Adolfo. You already read.
The country that share the river have had problems over how the water should future.
Yeah, so because there's not much water, these guys are fighting over what water there is.
Really, that's a simple for put on what?
What was that?
Like, I can put on, let's say what?
The people near the rivers in these countries fight over the water because there's not much water. Some people think they should get more water, some countries, some cities, some people.
So the river provides water for everybody.
Yeah, like drinking water, water to
Nobody swims on it.
make your food, water to wash your clothes, water to, you have to have water to live, water to grow plants.
So people swim on it.
Huh?
Do people swim on it?
They probably do, but they clean, I mean, just like you get your water from, some people get their water from the Columbia River. They clean it, yeah.
That's
No,
the water
no,
I'm
no.
drinking right now is from the Columbia River.
Your water now, I'm sure someone swam in that water somewhere. Okay, Zane, go.
No, me.
There's a picture. I wanna talk about see how, this is still it and it flows, but see how narrow it gets too. Like if you're transporting something through here, you kinda have to get through narrow waterways. See the farming?
That's Turkey.
Go ahead. Jordan River.
Where do you have to put that?
It's the Dead Sea, isn't it?
Jordan River starts in the mountains of Israel, so up north, Lebanon and Syria. Have you seen the Jordan River?
No.
Okay. And flows until it reaches the Dead Sea. It's only 20 feet wide and some parts are only 17 feet deep and it's at its deepest point. So 17 feet, that's like a little more than 3 of me deep. And 20 feet wide, that's just about the same. I'd say our class is a little, you think it's a little more than 20 feet. But so, at some point, so the river gets that thin. The river is the main source of water for Israel, Lebanon, Jordan, and parts of Syria, and most of those living in the west bank of the Gaza Strip. We'll talk about the Gaza Strip too. Does anyone know anything about that?
What is it translated?
You'll see. The Jordan River is also important because it is the political boundary between Israel and the West Bank and Jordan. So it's a divider between those areas.
No.
Wait, it's called Jordan River. Does Jordan use it?
Does Jordan use it?
Yeah.
Does Jordan use it?
Jordan who?
The country.
Yes, Jordan. It probably starts. Well, it
There's a
starts in the
country
mountains
named
there.
Jordan.
Michael Jordan? Is it Michael Jordan? Common name?
So when the rivers start in mountains, the rain, the snow, it all kind of comes down. So on years that there's not much rain or snow, then they don't get much water.
Isn't the country named Jordan?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Where is that at?
What is?
Africa.
Outside.
Okay, Zane. Here's a picture of the Jordan River.
Oh.
So here's Syria. Where's
Oh,
Damascus in Syria? Is it over this way more?
Yeah, it's like that way.
Over here.
It's kinda in the bottom.
Miss
Okay.
Jordan or is that
Is it hot in Syria a lot? Is it like
It
this?
has 4 seasons.
Assad?
So it snows, yeah.
Yeah, it snows, it rains, blows.
So
Es una milpa.
See the river? You can draw a picture if you'd like. And here's Jordan right here.
It's not in Africa.
No, Jordan's right here. It's I thought it was just from us. And here's the Dead Sea. You'll see that?
Dead Sea.
Here's a picture. See how this river gets so tiny in the middle? Like, that's a river. To me, it looks like a creek, right? A creek, a stream, something small.
In part of Syria where the Frat River, it's like smaller than it's just like a strip of water. You can't really tell if it's a river or not. Like then
Does it look like you can even get a boat through here?
No.
No, right?
You can't walk through it.
The water looks
You
pretty
know
good.
you what?
Sí.
You could walk to the.
No.
¿Cómo se dice en español creek or stream?
Leslie, ¿cómo se dice? Como apuntado, ¿cómo se dice?
Arroyo.
Así como
Arroyo.
limón esa madre.
Brook.
Brook?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then it'll change them.
Okay.
No, it's not
Say-
strong.
Yes.
They don't look at this.
Here's more pictures of it. See how it's thinner and it gets wider and it just. Go ahead. Say,
Go
go.
with the jazz key.
Suez Canal.
Oh yeah, Suez. That's Egypt.
Suez Canal connects the Red Sea to the Mediterranean Sea. The Mediterranean Sea.
Never mind.
It's a 120-mile man-made waterway. What does man-made mean?
They built it.
That yeah,
Like
people made
people
this.
build.
It wasn't just natural. It didn't just happen.
Suez Canal.
Is used to transport goods from Asia, Africa, and Europe. When they say transport goods, do they mean by walking, carrying, by train?
By ships.
Ships, yes. The Suez Canal is an important shortcut because it allows trade between all three countries. So these three countries can trade easily in the Suez Canal. At the northern end of the Red Sea, ships can enter the canal and get to the Mediterranean Sea without having to sail around the whole continent of Africa. That's like how we have the Panama, right? Yes. What? Where? Just you can say at the northern end of the Red Sea. You'll see on the map there in a minute. You'll see where it is on the map.
This is like in Egypt, right?
You'll see it on the map in a minute. You ready?
No.
No.
No, wait.
I know everybody.
Wait.
Guys, the only thing you need to write is to connect the Red Sea to the other
You're not
sea.
even writing.
I would, if I was writing anything major about it, I'd write that it's used for it makes for easy trade in between these countries. Because you don't want to have to sail around a whole continent to.
No.
Bob is slow.
Yes, miss. I don't care.
You don't need to write all of this.
That's the
want
much
to.
work.
I can give you help. I can give you the
Yeah,
answers.
go.
Okay, go. Here it is. See it?
Yeah, see?
Yeah, Suez.
So can you see if they didn't have this? The Gulf of Suez is right here. So this is the port.
This helps them a lot.
So you can say it's near Israel. Okay, so go to the next picture. I like the next picture.
What is it?
So you can see where people can go in,
Oh, I think
or they come into a port here and then they go out.
Yeah, Egyptians made it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If it wasn't
they
man-made,
made
it probably
like
would
2
be
years
such
ago.
straight lines because you
You
can see that there
Oh,
was a river.
سيدنا شو قبل سنتين
هقدمها.
Yes, is that the north from
وين تبدو هيك؟
Huh?
هديك
the north
العيد
from where?
سينا.
It's next to Israel,
Israel?
near Israel. Yeah.
Wait.
There's more pictures.
No.
It's just a picture. You're fine.
Yeah, they moved it.
See how these big ships can come through?
What, Leslie?
All of them. Look, there's so many. So they can transport some goods here, right? Here, there, they
You guys
can.
are
Now what
done?
happens when countries with each other?
Huh?
Like when they work with each other?
Yeah.
Square up.
Go ahead.
Roman call.
More. Persian Gulf. The Persian Gulf is a shallow. What does shallow mean?
Hey,
It's not deep.
Not deep. Yes. So it's shallow body of water between Iran and the Arabian Peninsula. Say please. This area holds one of the largest and most important oil fields in the entire world. We get most of our oil from this area. It is one of the main ways oil is shipped from the rich fields of Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Iran, and other countries that line its shores. So
Wow.
you'll see. All of the countries that produce oil in that region depend on the Persian Gulf for shipping. So we need this as much as they do because they give us this. This puts gas in our cars.
No.
No.
Wait.
Okay. So
Yeah, go.
Oh, you're good now?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
No.
Now everybody else is.
Not always fast. We're slow. Maybe it's fast.
Don't forget the Friday schedule is different. Or there's a week.
Guys,
When?
we're
Good.
black.
Here's a picture.
What is?
Bro, you're so
Persian
big.
Gulf. Right here.
That's like the other one.
What?
That's like the Suez Canal.
Suez Canal.
Yeah, Suez Canal.
Ahora sí, ¿verdad? Ahora
That's
sí.
up there.
How come he has
That's not that deep.
Ahora sí.
This isn't that deep. Persian Gulf is not.
No, come on now, man.
Here's Dubai.
Up by you.
Let's see if you guys have any.
Wait, look at that.
There's
Okay.
Oman.
Qatar.
You don't know this story.
See,
I'm on Dubai.
here's a picture from.
No.
This is the Persian Gulf.
That's
That's
the
a lot.
You can kind of see
It's
the
beautiful,
shallowness.
Miss. It's beautiful.
Where it's darker, it's a little
Like
deeper. Go ahead.
Where's like that picture?
Another picture.
Mira,
See how it's
mira.
pretty shallow.
It looks
Not
big.
deep.
Dice que si vas a.
It looks big.
Oh, there's a
No, from the bottom.
The closer it's large. Okay.
I've been there.
It looks like real.
So these are like people who get oil underneath the water here. And see how they have all this oil that we get. These are the industries that work around there.
¿Te sale bien todo, Miss?
Major source of oil. Okay. Strait of Hormuz. Anyone? Zayd, read.
Oh, the Strait of Hormuz is a narrow waterway that connects the Persian Gulf to the Arabian Sea. It is
Critically
important shipping channel because much of the world's oil supply pass through this strait. Any ship coming out or of or into the Persian Gulf must navigate through this very narrow waterway.
So, most of the entire world gets their oil from here, and they have to. The ships have to be careful as they go through there to get out to deliver all this oil because it's really narrow. And if you don't want oil spilled in water, because we all know that's disastrous, right? Kills animals, ruins the water, pollutes the water.
Okay, this is outside the lesson, but like in the science fair, there's a
Go,
student
Miss.
who invented a machine to clean the water.
Miss White.
No,
Oh, really?
Me. Yeah.
Go, Miss.
Go ahead, Zane.
No, me.
Oh, hold on.
Dile, espera, Miss.
Where a boat?
En inglés, pues, ¿dónde está? Miss White.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Here's where it's located if you want to put
Where is
north of Dubai here.
Wait.
Hi. Oh, you're delayed.
A ver.
Nine years up.
No,
Okay, go ahead.
oh, it's by air.
Oh, it's Dubai, look.
I wanna go to
Here's a picture
From
space.
yeah.
No, no.
Look.
Or were you drawing a picture?
Drawing.
See how they have to get through these narrow and there's like big things in the way?
Yeah.
Wait, so they can't be huge ships.
No.
Where is King Kong?
But they
Again?
King Kong.
King Kong.
Mira muchas películas, hijo.
Next.
King Kong.
Arabian
Hey,
Sea.
¿quién me va a acompañar a
The
ver?
Arabian Sea is the most northwestern part of the Indian Ocean. So there's your location. It is bordered by India to the east, Pakistan and Iran and to the north, and the Arabian Peninsula to the west. For centuries, it has formed a key shipping route between Europe and western parts of India. So, you're kind of getting that in the Middle East here, that's where shipping is huge. And so they rely on all these waterways to get things out to the rest of the world.
What's that butter?
Hmm?
What's that butter?
Never.
Go, miss.
Okay. Here's where it is. Here's Iran, Pakistan.
Todo eso. Ya no me lo acabé.
Africa's right here. What ocean? Okay. Here's more pictures.
Oh.
Look at this.
That's my house. What is
Your
that?
house?
Yeah.
It's a mosque. Is it a mosque? You can tell because what makes it a mosque? How do you tell?
The top of it,
The
it's like
thing on
this.
top.
The chapel house.
You see like the ball that
Right there.
it looks like a
Yeah,
ball and
and
there's
the full
something
thing,
They have
like
some
people,
ritual too that is
when like you call for
You know
prayers,
that?
that's a mosque, they put the microphones up there.
Oh, they do. Nice. Did you hear that?
What's a
So,
mosque?
what's a mosque? Tell them.
It's like a church but for Muslims.
So it's a church building for Muslims, but she said when it's time to pray, they have microphones up on the tops there to sound the alarm that it's time to pray. How many times a day? 5 times a day.
On the morning kind of thing.
Okay.
The last one.
Red Sea. The Red Sea is what? What's this? The arm of the Indian Ocean.
A large
You guys listen?
Indian Ocean
Yeah.
that lies between northern Africa and Asia.
Okay, stop. Someone else. Read.
Where?
Cedra.
Did I say a lynx?
Yeah.
Okay. It is linked
Link.
in the Mediterranean Sea by the Suez Canal because of the Red Sea's location between Europe and East Asia. Heavy shipping traffic takes place here.
During the Middle Ages, it was a key part of spice trade. What are spices? Name a spice.
Pepper,
Pepper.
salt,
Salt.
Salt is the
Valentina.
Yeah.
curry,
Tapatio, yeah, tapatio.
Miguelito.
The spices that make tapatio.
Jalapeno.
curry, and it's like
Red pepper.
Cinnamon.
Chile piquín.
Hey, bullets. Paquetitos de dinosaurio.
Okay. Move on. Red Sea.
Egypt.
Right here.
A ver, ¿dónde?
Right next to Saudi Arabia, like it said, next to Egypt and Sudan.
Sudan. Sudan.
Se va, 2 y 3 se corren.
Saudi Arabia.
Then Sudan is a part of the
Pictures?
Middle East, right?
Pero no está rojo. Oh my god, the best thing when I used to go to the Red Sea
It's so good.
Was what?
it was good.
Or you liked going, you visited? Is the water warm, cold?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's pretty warm and like it's so salty.
Salty. Okay, go ahead, Zay.
Pero no está rojo. Yo no
Here's a picture from above. It's huge. Right?
I went there in the summer.
Parece mariposa.
Go ahead.
No, what?
More pictures. See the boats?
2015.
Go ahead.
Land.
What is disputes?
We don't have anything.
Arguments. Yeah, nice. So there are land arguments. Go ahead.
Arguments.
Palestine.
Let's read a habit.
Miss.
You don't have to write about these things.
Oh, Palestina.
So, we talked a little bit about the Gaza Strip. I showed you.
No está.
Let's see.
Esa no la puedes, no lo
Let's be stop.
sé. A menos que quieras.
Let's, Zay, pass a couple of these.
Sí, es que la tenemos
Bien buena.
This is more map features. Gaza Strip, hold on, is located the southeast. Gaza Strip, it's one of the world's most densely populated areas. Lots of people.